more fantastic and Subic today, tomorrow, or any day. It's more fantastic and Subic. So get going and be on your way. Hang out, have a blast, chill out to the max. Any weekend or day, it's more fantastic and Subic Bay.
My Subic Bay.
Welcome to Subic Bay Freeport. I am very excited to welcome all of you to the 2021 Gatorade Philippine Superliga Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup. We faced a lot of challenges before we got here, but we finally made it. Proof that we are able to weather the many difficulties, including a pandemic, if we put our heads together, our hearts together. I'm a believer that together we are better, together we are stronger. This is a historic moment because this is Subic's first time to host a bubble concept. Once successful, this will put us in the map of the now pandemic world as the bubble destination for sports and other events in the Philippines. In the next few days, please always remember that you are here today because we have kept Subic safe in these pandemic times. We have kept our COVID numbers low by strictly implementing health and safety protocols with the cooperation of our residents, workers, and visitors. We intend to keep it this way. I ask your full cooperation in following the COVID health and safety protocols while you're here in the Subic Bay Freeport. Apat dapat. Air circulation, physical distance, always wear a mask and face shield, and 30 minutes interaction limit. Let us all make the game safe. Let us all make you safe. Let us all make Subic safe. Kaya natin to because after all, we are stronger together. Maraming pong salamat sa malasakit sa Subic.
F2 Logistics. We'll climb mountains and cross oceans to make sure we move your cargo as fast and safe as possible because your cargo is our business. F2 Logistics. Let's move now.
Go solar, go clean, go for the future.
You fuel us, we fuel you. Gatorade studies the best athletes to create the most advanced sports fuel with fluids, electrolytes, and carbohydrates. So you can play your best. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Well, it's a 34-degree weather here in the Subic Bay Freeport zone, which only means it is hot. Yes, indeed. But the matches are just going to get hotter. It's the quarterfinals of the 2021 Gatorade Philippine Superliga Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup happening here inside the Subic Bay Freeport zone. There are your quarterfinals matches. ABANSE NEGRENSE Team A going up against TOBY'S Sports in our first quarterfinal matchup. All quarterfinals matchup is going to happen this afternoon. And before we end this day, we are going to determine the 4 teams that are going to get a step closer towards that gold medal here in the 2021 Gatorade Philippine Superliga Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup. As again in our matchup, you can see on your screens, J. Sabas together with Jonah San Pedro. They end up number 4 in their Group B. During that pool play, they'll be matching up against the pair of Alexa Polidario and Erjan Magdato, who ended up being number 1 in Group A in that pool play. We'll talk about standings here. Those are the rankings of all the 4 teams in Pool A. ABANSE NEGRENSE ranked 1. Santa Lucia Team B at 2. F2 Logistics at rank 3. And Kennedy Solar ENERGY-PETROGAZZ at rank 4. The quarterfinals matchup is a crossover quarterfinals matchup, apparently. with the number 4 seed of one group facing up the number 1 seed of the other group. Which what's happened right here, ABANSE NEGRENSE, Team A, the number 1 team in Group A, will be facing up the number 4 team in Pool B, which happens to be TOBY'S Sports. The other Negros team, the ABANSE NEGRENSE Team B, also ending up number 1 in Pool B. And quarterfinals matchup right here, knockout quarterfinals. Winners, the losers will be relegated to the classification matches, while the winner, like we said, is going to be a step closer to a podium finish, or much better, the gold medal in our very first tournament since the lockdown happened. ABANSE NEGRENSE Team A already experienced a variety of scenarios that they can experience here in this tournament. They already undergone 3 setters. They already made some very dominant win during this tournament. Let's see what kind of game will these 2 ladies from Negros will show. Meanwhile, for TOBY'S Sports, you know they want to bounce back and they want to win in the most important matches right here. And we are ready. It's now time to meet our officials for this first quarterfinals match. Please welcome our first referee, National Referee Erwin Cordero. And down there in the sand, our second referee, National Referee Choi Bukid. And let us now meet our first pair of quarterfinalists. First off, from ABANSE NEGRENSE Team A, please welcome Alexa Polidario and Erjan Magdato. And making their way to the sand, their opponents from TOBY'S Sports, Jonah San Pedro and Javid Sabas. That's some great beat right there coming from DJ Yuri Torres. Oh yes, you know the games are just gonna get more intense as this afternoon goes on. Quarterfinals about to begin. Okay, let's do this. That is Alexa Polidario starting this match. Alexa got dug, but failure to control that ball. First point belonging to ABANSE NEGRENSE. Cross-court hit, too strong. TOBY'S Sports always had that knack of starting well in their matches. Hopefully in this quarterfinals match, they'd be able to sustain it up until the end. Meanwhile, that one went out. Second point for ABANSE NEGRENSE, Team A. That is in for Erjan. And you'd have no idea who's gonna explode here for ABANSE NEGRENSE. On some matches, it's Alexa who's dominating, who's leading in the offensive charge. In some matches, it's Erjan, but that time, TOBY'S Sports getting a point, finding the open spot. on that sideline. That service from Javen was short. Jonah gets that attack. TOBY'S Sports keeping it up here. 3 serving 4 is our score. Erjan got rejected by the net. Pretty unfortunate. It's already a good setup coming from Alexa. Tied at 4. Erjan gets it down. It was an excellent set. Just right on that sweet spot in that net area. And the drop worked. 2-point lead for ABANSE NEGRENSE Team A. Alexa down that sideline. Excellent way to get back up from that first ball. Immediately attack that one, but Javen Sabas showing her own version of that down the line attack. I say, ball still alive, but ABANSE NEGRENSE able to get that point. And now TOBY'S Sports will ask for time here. They're down by 3. They don't want this one, so let it slip away this early. And we take this opportunity to thank our title sponsor, Gatorade, our presenter, Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum, and Subic Bay Peninsula Hotel, the official hotel of the 2021 Gatorade PSL Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup.
F2 Logistics. We'll climb mountains and cross oceans to make sure we move your cargo as fast and safe as possible, because your cargo is our business. F2 Logistics. Let's move now.
Opportunity for TOBY'S Sports to talk strategy here. That one is good for Jonah San Pedro. It's time to change sides. TOBY'S Sports paying close attention to those open spots being left out by ABANSE NEGRENSE. But too unfortunate that they cannot follow up that run or that point because of that service error. That cross court is good for Jonah. TOBY'S Sports giving it to ABANSE NEGRENSE. And that ball is just falling On the right spot for TOBY'S Sports. But Erjan gets that point for her team. That's a net touch coming from Jonah and Pedro. TOBY'S Sports down by 4. That one is short. The wind starting to become a factor here in this match. See how the players will adjust. That one is a bit long. (13-7) ABANSE NEGRENSE Team A up here in this quarterfinals match. That one is good for Jonah. Finally getting her attack going as we reach this technical timeout in set number 1. Check out this replay here. Defense was too far from that ball. Our score is 13-8. Technical timeout in set number 1. The PSL would like to thank our major sponsors, Coco Life Asset Management, Coco Jet Insurance, and Ube Express. Serving 13, TOBY'S Sports down by 5. Capitalizing on that great set coming from Alexa, urging Magdato scores. Jonah and Pedro can send that ball over. ABANSE NEGRENSE Team A starting to pull away. Good target in that sideline. Alexa scores. Drop is good for Jonah and Pedro. Just urging Magdato, just slapping that ball. Mean intentions with that hit. Making the defense so helpless. You cannot stop me, says Erjan. And the drop is good. ABANSE NEGRENSE up by 9. That was an overset. Or check that, it's a missed set. Too close to the net. TOBY'S Sports looking for some signs of offense. This is one opportunity they can use to mount a run here. But Erjan Magdato just finding the open spot again on the defense. 19 serving 10. Tip is in. ABANSE NEGRENSE just mastered that drop shot. And they're now at set points. Even Sabas. Gotta see more of that from TOBY'S Sports. That's a tall mountain to climb for TOBY'S. Scramble. Jonah scores. TOBY'S Sports gaining some sort of momentum right here. Back-to-back points on offense. That one's too long. And that will do it for set number 1. ABANSE NEGRENSE Team A took charge of that offense all set long. TOBY'S Sports, they're gaining some steam. Let's see what will happen in set number 2. If they'll be able to carry that offense back in the next set. Set number 1 ended 21-12. ABANSE NEGRENSE Team A winning set number 1.
7:35 remaining. Pineda with the drive. And slams it down.
You fuel us, we fuel you. Gatorade studies the best athletes to create the most advanced sports fuel with fluids, electrolytes, and carbohydrates. So you can play your best. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Philippines Superliga. I say, all still alive. Fought for TOBY'S Sports. Some highlights from set number 1 being shown to our viewers on Facebook and YouTube. Of course, if you're watching this on the Facebook page of Plus Network, My Plus Network, hope you're enjoying some action here. We've been saying since yesterday, beach volleyball is back. Set number 2 about to begin. It's Javen Saba serving. Polidario. Now that's a mean hit right there. Erjan scores. Gotta wonder, this must be turning into a competition of teammates and who gets to score more. Could also be a competition of who will make the more errors here in a set. That is in. Just right at that baseline for Jonah and Pedro. Good run. That ball is alive. So that free ball was sent too far out. Missed it right there coming from Javen Sabas. 4 serving 2. Jonah and Pedro scores on the drop. And it's time to change sides here in set number 2. That kind of attack from Jonah and Pedro, that is something we saw back in the conclusion of set number 1. Erjan got 2 ahead on that approach, but she'll take it. Still a point for ABANSE NEGRENSE. Good decision that time from Jonah. TOBY'S Sports are getting those drops in this match. Something that was missing in their previous matches. All their drops were going out. This time they're finding those spots. Coupled with some error that time from ABANSE NEGRENSE. It's now a tight set here. That's a loaded hit right there coming from Erjan Magdato. Check this one out. But it's good. Confusing play on that net area. But all smiles on all 4 players involved in that play. Pretty much they had no idea where the ball was. Erjan scores. Second time she went too forward on that approach. Umabante talaga. Now that's a better approach coming from Erjan Magdato. But either way, she'll take it because it turned into a point for them. They're ahead here, 9-5. Check this one out. Just step on that break. So timely step on the brakes right there. And TOBY'S Sports call for time. They're ahead by, or rather they are down by 4 here. Let's take this opportunity to thank our technical sponsors, Mikasa, ASICS, Seno, Rule Your Sports Medicine, Bizuku, and Genius Sports.
F2 Logistics. We'll climb mountains and cross oceans to make sure we move your cargo as fast and safe as possible, because your cargo is our business. F2 Logistics. Let's move now.
It's 9 serving 5. Timeout's doing some wonders for TOBY'S Sports. It did wonders back in set 1. Let's see what it will do in set number 2. That is good. ABANSE NEGRENSE They are likewise finding the open spots. Those holes in the defense of TOBY'S Sports. Alexa just giving it to Javen Sabas right there. You'd like it if you see some loaded hits here in beach volleyball. That one was too long. The ball had a different trajectory than what Alexa was planning to do. It's an overset. And the point ABANSE NEGRENSE will take. They are up by 6 here in this match. Great play right there coming from Javen Sabas. She had that presence of mind to send that one over. She saw that defense wasn't really prepared for that one. But ABANSE NEGRENSE just doing the same. (13 serving 7). That one was too long for Erjan. And that will send us to our technical timeout here in set number 2. 5-point lead for ABANSE NEGRENSE Team A. This is the quarterfinals of the 2021 Gatorade Philippines Superliga Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup.
Go solar, go clean, go for the future.
Five-point lead for ABANSE NEGRENSE Team A. Erjan getting it to go. She started to gain some power and unloaded to those hits. Jonah doing the same. Alexa doing the same as well. But this time she converted it into a point. Now you can say ABANSE NEGRENSE showing some power. That one was too long for Jonah. (16 serving 8). That one is good for Javen. Starting to become a battle of mean hits here. That one was too long. Still a point for ABANSE and NEGRENSE. There's a couple of oversets already in this match. Drop is good. Alexa was all smiles with that move from Erjan. 19 serving 9. ABANSE and NEGRENSE can smell semi-finals right here. That one is in. We saw that sideline move. TOBY'S Sports still has a fight in here. Ooh! That ball was just too low, got rejected by the net. And ABANSE and NEGRENSE Team A will serve for a spot in the semifinals. Javen scores. That is some all-star hit right there. Coming from Javen Sabas. Erjan answers. And with that, 21st point from ABANSE and NEGRENSE Team A, their second 21st point here in this match. That means they will move on to the semi-finals of our 2021 Gatorade Philippines Superliga Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup, making easy work of TOBY'S Sports in the quarterfinals. ABANSE and NEGRENSE Team A winning in straight sets 21-12, 21-11. You know the drill. In a short while, we're gonna hear more from Alexa and Erjan regarding this match in our post-match press conference. Do stick with us. Final scores natin sa ating unang quarterfinals matchup. ABANSE NEGRENSE Team A defeating TOBY'S Sports in straight sets. Kasama natin ngayon si Alexa at si Erjan sa ating post-match press conference. First off, congratulations sa inyong dalawa.
Thank you, sir.
Semifinals dito sa ating torneo. Dito sa ating matapos yung 11 months sa lockdown na to. Did you expect na first tournament nyo after almost a year, semifinals ang mararating nyo? Let's start with Alexa.
Para sa akin po, opo. Kasi everyday talaga kaming nagte-training ni Erjan tsaka nung team ko eh. Sobra talagang pinaghandaan namin tong PSL po, sir.
Ay, gano'n din po sabi ng partner ko na yung goal po namin yung manalo dito. Yun lang po yung goal namin. At saka ma-inspire po yung iba pang mga players sa amin. Especially mga Negrosanon po kami dito.
Ngayon, nag-quarterfinals. Ngayon, nararamdaman nyo ba na mas bumibigat na yung competition kumpara nung pool play? Erjan?
Unang-una, every game, mabigat talaga. That's why maraming adjustment every game. But in semifinals, double time pa rin kami. Lahat ng best namin, gagawin namin upang manalo sa semifinal.
Alexa?
Opo naman po, sobrang pressure naman po. Minsan, pag alam namin yung kalaban medyo malakas din, pero ginagawa lang talaga namin yung makakaya namin at yung pinag-aralan namin sa court.
Okay, tanong naman mula sa ating kasama sa media, Lance from spin.ph.
Ayun, papasok bukas siyempre, semifinals saka finals. Paano nyo paghahandaan yung ganun last day na challenging, sobrang magiging challenging yung competition bukas? Paano nyo yung paghahandaan?
Unang-una, sabi ko kanina sa first interview namin, trust lang talaga kay Lord at saka sa partner namin. And then, tiwala sa sarili, patience, presence of mind, patience na, and then communication po. And then, gagawin namin yung best namin para manalo sa semis.
Expected naman po talaga na malalakas na sa semifinal, so bigay lang po talaga namin yung lahat at makakaya namin.
Gaano kalaking bagay sa momentum nyo na ito hindi pa kayo natatalo going sa games tomorrow?
Unang-una po, dagdag confidence po din sa amin po yung advantage na hindi pa kami natatalo. Pero wala lang pong kumpiyansa. Lahat gagawin namin para manalo every game.
Talaga naman po namin ikukunin kung makakaya namin yung champion po. Bibigay na talaga yung lahat.
Sige, pagkakataon nyo na para pasalamatan. Maraming nanonood yan kasi quarterfinals na.
Okay. Unang-una, hi po sa lahat ng taga-Negros, mga Negrosanon, especially kay Governor Bong Lacson, Mayor Mark Goles, Mayor Neil Lizares, Mayor Jomar Alonso, Board Member Ryan Gamboa, Resorts Negrense,
Volleyball Association of Negros Island, Coach Roger Banzuela, Coach Andre Iya, at University of Negros Occidental Recoletos, at sa mama at sa mga kapatid ko dyan po sa
at saka po
Negros.
sa family ko po sa Pontevedra and friends po. Hi po. Thank you sa support po.
Ayun, maraming salamat. Alexa, Polidario at Erjan Magdato, congratulations on your quarterfinals win. We'll see you tomorrow morning sa semifinals. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you po.
Thank
There you
you.
have it. That has been our post-match press conference. ABANSE NEGRENSE Team A defeating TOBY'S Sports in straight sets 21-12, 21-11. ABANSE NEGRENSE Team A maghihintay na ng kalaban sa semifinals na mangyayari bukas ng umaga. Abang lang kayo ng saglit. Alas 3 ng hapon, tuloy-tuloy ang ating quarterfinals matchup. It's going to be United Auctioneers Incorporated going up against Santa Lucia Team B. That is Ella Viray and Theresa Ramas going up against the pair of Bang Pineda and Jonah Sabete on our quarterfinals of the 2021 Gatorade Philippines Superliga Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup.
more fantastic and Subic today, tomorrow, or any day. It's more fantastic and Subic. So get going and be on your way. Hang out, have a blast, chill out to the max. Any weekend or day, it's more fantastic and Subic Bay.
My Subic Bay.
Welcome to Subic Bay Freeport. I am very excited to welcome all of you to the 2021 Gatorade Philippine Superliga Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup. We faced a lot of challenges before we got here, but we finally made it. Proof that we are able to weather the many difficulties, including a pandemic, if we put our heads together, our hearts together. I'm a believer that together we are better, together we are stronger. This is a historic moment because this is Subic's first time to host a bubble concept. Once successful, this will put us in the map of the now pandemic world as the bubble destination for sports and other events in the Philippines. In the next few days, please always remember that you are here today because we have kept Subic safe in these pandemic times. We have kept our COVID numbers low by strictly implementing health and safety protocols with the cooperation of our residents, workers, and visitors. We intend to keep it this way. I ask your full cooperation in following the COVID health and safety protocols while you're here in the Subic Bay Freeport. Apat dapat. Air circulation, physical distance, always wear a mask and face shield, and 30 minutes interaction limit. Let us all make the game safe. Let us all make you safe. Let us all make Subic safe. Kaya natin to because after all, we are stronger together. Maraming pong salamat sa malasakit sa Subic.
75 remain. Pineda with the drive. And slams it down.
You fuel us, we fuel you. Gatorade studies the best athletes to create the most advanced sports fuel with fluids, electrolytes, and carbohydrates. So you can play your best. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Well, you know that all these teams are bound to step up their game. Why not? This is the quarterfinals of the 2021 Gatorade Philippines Superliga Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup happening here inside the Subic Bay Freeport Zone. And the Subic Bay Beach Volleyball Court is the exact spot of our beach volleyball bubble. Quarterfinal action still continues this afternoon as we have United Auctioneers Incorporated going up against Santa Lucia Team B. One quarterfinal matchup down. ABANSE NEGRENSE Team A moving on to the semifinals. And we're gonna determine who's gonna join ABANSE NEGRENSE Team A in that semifinal catch. United Auctioneers or Santa Lucia Team B. That's what we're gonna find out. As these two teams will try their best to get a step closer to getting that medal here in our very first volleyball tournament in this difficult times. I'm talking about United Auctioneers Incorporated. They ended up as the third placers in Pool B. Santa Lucia Team B ended up second placers in Pool A. That determined this quarterfinal matchup right there. You can see on your screens right now to our YouTube and Facebook viewers, Santa Lucia Team B ranked number 2 after suffering a loss from ABANSE NEGRENSE Team A. Santa Lucia made good work of the other teams in their pool. Meanwhile, United Auctioneers ending up ranked number 3 in Pool B after notching a sole win against TOBY'S Sports and suffering defeats from ABANSE NEGRENSE Team B and Santa Lucia Team A. Well, you know, United Auctioneers is going to rely On the offense of Viray and Ramas. But in Santa Lucia, they have that athleticism of Jonah Sabete and that versatility of Pineda. Those things they can rely on if they want to march towards the semifinals. And it seems our court assistants are ready, our line judges are ready, our officials are ready. It's time to meet our officials in this second quarterfinals matchup. Our first referee up in that podium got national referee Ernesto Cabusa. Second referee down the stand right there, it's national referee Erwin Cordero. And it's now time to meet our players. First, from United Auctioneers Incorporated, please welcome the pair of Viray and Ramas. Let's go, ladies. Now their opponents, please welcome from Santa Lucia Team B, the pair of Pineda and Jonah Sabete. That bow right there, far away from that net, is the new normal handshake. Yes, indeed. New normal, same intense beach volleyball action. And it's now underway. Good call from Viray saying it's outside. And the line judges concur. Jonah Sabete scores. That is something United Auctioneers have to deal with. Those variety of attacks from Jonah Sabete. And do not forget her blockings. And add to that, that service ace from Pineda. Back-to-back points for Santa Lucia Team B. There is the power right there from Jonah Sabete. Rally goes on. Too long for Jonah. And Jonah Sabete treating it like it's indoor volleyball. Effortless on that jump. Nice step right there. Can't blame Ella and Theresa. Waiting a bit back. They're anticipating that powerful hit from Jonah Sabete. Drop no good. Bang scores. And it's time to change sides. Collected 7 points already from these two teams. But Santa Lucia Team B ahead, 5 serving 2. Jonah was able to reach that one, but Viray gets the point for United Auctioneers. That is an ace. that blue band move as it was hit by the ball, signifying that it's in. There you go. You'd expect that from Santa Lucia Team B. Perfect set again from Bank Pineda. And Jonah Sabete capitalizing on that attack. But the service was short. $5.36. There's Jonah Sabete again. It was an overset. But again, Jonah Sabete made sure that that one will go their way. And this time it was an over-reception. Ball reaching too close to the nets. Ella scores again. She has that new target, sending it a notch higher so that the defense could reach it up top. Wise move. Let's see if United Auctioneers can rely on that one all match long. 6 serving 8s. That one is in. Theresa Ramas starting to become an expert in target practice. That one is short though. United Auctioneers just keeping it close against Santa Lucia Team B. Oh, that one's short. Ella Viray sure misses her drop shot. Turning to some power. Bank's version of a drop shot scores. Unstoppable on that cross court. That one too long. Just inches too long with that service. United Auctioneers again keeping it close. Ramas scores. Slight miscalculation that time from Jonah Sabete. Again, Theresa Ramas being an expert, starting to become an expert in target practice. But United Auctioneers spoiled that service. That will send us to our technical timeout in set number 1. 12-9, Santa Lucia Team B with the lead.
F2 Logistics. We'll climb mountains and cross oceans to make sure we move your cargo as fast and safe as possible, because your cargo is our business. F2 Logistics. Let's move now.
Go solar, go clean, go for the future.
Time to resume play. And it's Jonah Sabete serving for Santa Lucia Team B. There's Jonah Sabete. Even though that ball was moving away from Jonah, able to hit it with force. And now with that sharp serve. This time going for the drop, it worked. Fourteen serving 9. That is an ace. Just getting that ball a bit low. That one is short. You missed you right there on that reception. And Jonah Sabete, she's having some tea in that service area. Kahapon pa nagserve. Bank scores. "17 serving 9. Santa Lucia Team B just pulled away here. Jonah Sabete. Every opportunity she'll get, she's gonna hit that ball hard. Talk about aggressiveness here. Ball still alive, but it went the wrong way. It's time to change sides. 19-9 is the count, Santa Lucia. That one was too long. Too much power that time. Finally, a point for United Auctioneers. Looking to make a monumental run here. That one is an ace. Well, Santa Lucia recognized that that service was too low, but it was too late to act on it. And it's on a touch. Can't stop that momentum. Can't avoid that net. See, there's no wind for that net to move in that instance. Wise move coming from Bank Pineda. Seeing that open spot cross courts. And 8 set points at their disposal. Ramas will get that point. Jonah finishes the set right there. The power's still there. Sets are still excellent. Coming from Bank Pineda and Jonah Sabete. What a way to end set number 1 with an exclamation point, leaving the defense so helpless right there. And they end the set number 1, 21-13. Set number 2 will get underway in just a bit.
You fuel us, we fuel you. Gatorade studies the best athletes to create the most advanced sports fuel with fluids, electrolytes, and carbohydrates. So you can play your best. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Drop no good. Our Facebook and YouTube viewers are seeing some highlights of what happened in set number 1.
There you go.
Bit of exchange in the offensive end. The early part of set number 1. But in the latter part of set number 1, again, that setup from Bank Pineda, that finish from Jonah Sabete, was just too much for United Auctioneers. And here you are in set number 2. United Auctioneers would need to find some way to get it going here and keep their hopes alive in a spot in the semifinals. And Theresa gets that one. Again, keep it in mind, this is the quarterfinals. This is a win or go home situation. That service was off. Tied at 1. See that spin on those attacks. Cross court is good. Bank Pineda must be 3 of 3 from those cross court drops right there. Ella finally scores. Well, the drop shot left Ella Viray, but those powerful hits, it has been connecting for her. Good chase, ball still alive. Jonah, thinking of dropping, but somehow the ball did not cooperate with her. Jonah was dug. Can't lift that ball up. Theresa. Tied at 3. But United Auctioneers getting quicker on the ball right there. Ball is still alive, but missed that free ball. That free ball turned into a free point for Santa Lucia. You could see the effort of United Auctioneers. you'd know that it will pay off. That is good. Ella Viray finding that baseline. Again, a pretty loaded hit from Ella. And bang was too fast. She can't avoid that net. Our referee saying yes, it was not unintentional. Ella scores again. Now she seemed to abandon that drop shot completely. Starting to score on that back row. United Auctioneers is up by 2 here. Jonah Sabete scores. It's Bank Pineda's turn to serve. Ball is still alive. Oh, that one was short. Theresa Ramas had the right idea. Defense was pretty far away from the nets. Ella scores again. That lady right there is finding her groove in the offensive end. Sending it to the back, United Auctioneers keeping the lead right there. Jonah Sabete, powerful hits. That hit. She's like telling everybody who is boss around here. Tied at 7. That is in once again. That United Auctioneers pair becoming good at target practice. Ramas to the serve. That one was long. Eight all. Bank Pineda. Flawless on that cross-court drop. Time and again in this match. Just inches too long. Santa Lucia have to pay attention to that back row defense. That one turned into a lob. Santa Lucia now mounting a 3-point lead. And there was the ball. Bank Pineda couldn't chase it. United Auctioneers want to get Closer again, but Viray launched a short serve. That will send us to our technical timeout here in set number 2. It's 12-9 Santa Lucia. Team B up by 3.
F2 Logistics. We'll climb mountains and cross oceans to make sure we move your cargo as fast and safe as possible, because your cargo is our business. F2 Logistics. Let's move now.
Go solar, go clean, go for the future.
Three-point lead for Santa Lucia Team B. United Auctioneers has some loyal cheerer right there. That happens to be their coach, Coach Chris Guzman. Action continues. Back Pineda scores. Now Santa Lucia paying attention to their defense right now, especially to Viray. What would be the United Auctioneers' tandem response? Viray again. United Auctioneers keeping it close. Again, that back row attack. But check that, it's an attack targeting the back line. Pineda. Now that is something United Auctioneers should pay attention to. Bang Pineda living on those drop shots all match long. Jonah with a nice launch. Ramas. Just an inch too wide. And this is now a 5-point lead for Santa Lucia Team B. Overset. Oops. Ramas was going the other way. The other ball decided to go away to Theresa Ramas. Great exchange right there. United Auctioneers getting the better end of it. Theresa with that points. Jonah Sabete was thinking of going back. Drop well read. Great effort from Theresa to get that save, but got rejected by the nets. And on the fourth changeover, it's Santa Lucia. Proud owner of a 6-point lead here in set number 2. United Auctioneers call for time. They will talk strategy here to stop Santa Lucia Team B from getting to 21 points first.
7:35 remaining. Pineda with the drive. That slams it down.
You fuel us, we fuel you. Gatorade studies the best athletes to create the most advanced sports fuel with fluids, electrolytes, and carbohydrates. so you can play your best. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Let's get this action going once again. Jonah Sabete with a serve. That one was short. But in that instance, it just shows that United Auctioneers timeout was effective. Tight third ball right there. And Pineda again. That is like 5 for 5 on that tight cross-court hits. 18 serving 12. Just nice target right there from back Pineda. Pretty off spot for Ella. Defense was too far. They were not ready for that drop from Ramas. United Auctioneers still has some fight left here. Jonah Sabete. Viray knew where Jonah was going, but she went a bit late, and that resulted to Santa Lucia getting to match point here. Ella will score. Do not forget that attack. Sending that ball to the back. It's now Ramas serving. Ramas gets it. It's now tense moments right here. United Auctioneers getting in the groove right here. Santa Lucia knows this. Let's see who will keep up with the pressure. Jonah Sabete. She ends this match right there. She stopped that United Auctioneers momentum just in time and ending this match in straight sets. That means Santa Lucia Team B will move on to the semi-finals. They get this quarterfinals matchup in straight sets, 21-13, 21-15. We'll have our post-match press conference in just a bit. We'll have the Santa Lucia Team B tandem in just a little while.
You fuel us, we fuel you. Gatorade studies the best athletes to create the most advanced sports fuel with fluids, electrolytes, and carbohydrates, so you can play your best. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Quarterfinals matchup between United Auctioneers and Santa Lucia Team B ended with Santa Lucia Team B moving on to the quarterfinals. Kasama natin ngayon si Bang Pineda, si Jonah Sabete for our post-match press conference. First off, congratulations sa inyong dalawa for moving on to the quarterfinals. Pero you gotta tell us na ramdam nyo na ba na mas tumitindi na yung competition after dito sa laban na to against United Auctioneers? Let's start with Jonah.
Yes po. Knowing naman sa ABANSE NEGRENSE, sa ibang teams, medyo talaga, mahirap din sila kalaban.
Bang.
Yeah, same. Kailangan lang namin mag-mindset and medyo mag-focus sa, yun nga, going to semis na pwedeng makalaban ulit namin yung nakalaban namin ng elimination or yung isang team ng ABANSE.
Oh, funny you mentioned that na ang makakalaban nyo sa semis is yung ABANSE NEGRENSE. Tama. At ang mas maganda pa nun, makakalaban nyo yung nakalaban nyo nung elimination sa ABANSE NEGRENSE Team A. Well, let's talk about that game since makakalaban nyo na sila. Sa tingin mo, I'll start with you, Bang. Sa tingin mo, ano yung hindi yung nagawa nyo na, or hindi nyo nagawa, kaya nawala sa inyo yung laro na yun?
Yung organize lang namin sa loob ng court. Siguro medyo magulo kami that time. And yun, medyo aralin lang namin yung blockings namin and defense.
Jonah.
Yeah. Syempre din yung attack namin, yun, number 1 din.
Sige, let's turn this over to Lance Agkawili of Spin.ph.
Ayun, Bang and Jonah. Bukas ba dagdag motivation sa inyo and gaano kayo ka-eager na makabawi sa ABANSE since nung elimination nga tinalo nila. Then bukas, mas importante yung laban knockout na for the finals.
Maglalaro lang kami kung ano yung pinag-practice namin and yung mga nilalaro namin na naipapanalo namin, dadagdagan lang namin yan.
Tsaka always, enjoy lang talaga namin yung mga laro namin.
Sige, alam namin na gusto nyo na magpahinga para mag-ready na bukas ng umaga sa semifinals. Time to thank your supporters and at the same time, invite them para sa laban nyo sa semifinals bukas ng umaga. Let's start with Bang.
Iniimbitahan ko kayo na supportahan yung Team Santa Lucia A and B for tomorrow's semis. Sana wag kayong mainip. Tuloy-tuloy niyo kaming supportahan.
Stay tuned.
Jonah, baka may babatiin.
Ikaw, meron.
Salamat sa Santa Lucia management, teammates, and coaches, and hi sa family ko.
And see you sa training and sa Family Rivera po. Hello.
Ayos. Thank you very much and congratulations again, Bang Pineda and Jonah Sabete. You're moving on to the semifinals. Congratulations and good luck to your match. Pwedeng-pwede na kayong magpahinga. Again, Santa Lucia winning over United Auctioneers Incorporated in straight sets, 21-13, 21-15. Yan ang resulta ng ating second quarterfinal matchup. Nangangalahati pa lang tayo ngayong hapon. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin ng quarterfinals. At 4 p.m., it's going to be F2 Logistics. That is the pair of Kyla Gallego and Jenny Senares going up against Santa Lucia Team A. It's DM Demontano and Jackie Estoquia for the third quarterfinals matchup here in the 2021 Gatorade Philippines Superliga Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup.
more fantastic and Subic Bay. Today, tomorrow, or any day. It's more fantastic and Subic Bay. So get going and be on your way. Hang out, have a blast, chill out to the max. Any weekend or day. It's more fantastic and Subic Bay.
My Subic Bay.
Welcome to Subic Bay Freeport. I am very excited to welcome all of you to the 2021 Gatorade Philippine Superliga Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup. We faced a lot of challenges before we got here, but we finally made it. Proof that we are able to weather the many difficulties, including a pandemic, if we put our heads together, our hearts together. I'm a believer that together we are better, together we are stronger. This is a historic moment because this is Subic's first time to host a bubble concept. Once successful, this will put us in the map of the now pandemic world as the bubble destination for sports and other events in the Philippines. In the next few days, please always remember that you are here today because we have kept Subic safe in these pandemic times. We have kept our COVID numbers low by strictly implementing health and safety protocols with the cooperation of our residents, workers, and visitors. We intend to keep it this way. I ask your full cooperation in following the COVID health and safety protocols while you're here in the Subic Bay Freeport. Apat dapat. Air circulation, physical distance, always wear a mask and face shield, and 30 minutes interaction limit. Let us all make the game safe. Let us all make you safe. Let us all make Subic safe. Kaya natin to because after all, we are stronger together. Marami pong salamat sa malasakit sa Subic.
75 remain. Pineda with the drive. And slams it down.
You fuel us, we fuel you. Gatorade studies the best athletes to create the most advanced sports fuel with fluids, electrolytes, and carbohydrates. So you can play your best. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Well, kilala na natin yung ating unang pares ng semi-finalists. In just a short while, makikilala naman natin yung kabilang pares na maglalaban sa ating semi-finals. Yes, indeed, this is the quarterfinals of the 2021 Gatorade Philippine Superliga Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup. And it continues here inside the Subic Bay Beach Volleyball Court. Ang magkaharap ngayon, F2 Logistics kontra Santa Lucia Team A in the quarterfinals, crossover quarterfinals, I should add. And it's gonna be an extra intense action that we are going to see here at F2 Logistics. Nakaisang panalo lamang nung pool play. Gusto nilang dagdagan yan sigurado. But they want to notch a victory here at the most important time, which is the quarterfinals. Well, why not? Winner will go home, or loser will go home. Winner will move on. That's the story right here as you see what happened to these respective teams. Pool A rankings, F2 Logistics ended up number 3. They lost against ABANSE NEGRENSE Team A and Santa Lucia Team B and notched a victory against Kennedy Solar ENERGY-PETROGAZZ. They ended up number 3 on Pool A. Ang makakatapat nila, the number 2 ranked team in Pool B, which happened to be Santa Lucia Team A. That was DM Demontano and Jackie Estoquia. They only lost against ABANSE NEGRENSE Team B, which happened to be the number 1 ranked team in Pool B. They notched victories against United Auctioneers Incorporated and TOBY'S Sports. United Auctioneers and TOBY'S Sports already relegated to the classification phase of our tournament. Santa Lucia looking to be the 3rd semi-finalist in the 2021 Gatorade Philippine Superliga Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup. F2 Logistics have that same purpose. And our court assistants are ready, line judges are ready. Ipakilala na natin ang ating mga referees na handang-handa na rin. First referee up in the podium, National Referee Mr. Eli De Jesus. Our second referee down here in the sand, National Referee Mr. Ernesto Cabusa. And it's now time to meet our players. First off, from F2 Logistics, please welcome Kyla, Gallego, and Jenny Senares. They are going up against Santa Lucia Team A. That is the pair of DM Demontano and Jackie Estoquia. Things are about to get real right here. Quarterfinals at stake. Something is on the line. That is a spot at the semifinals, which means a step closer to a podium finish. This match is now underway. First point belonging to F2 Logistics. F2 Logistics, they'll try to forget the loss that they had against Santa Lucia Team B earlier. While Santa Lucia Team A looking to continue their winning ways. They won against United Auctioneers earlier. Rally goes on. Soft drop for DM Demontano. She's getting those drops all tournament long here. That is good. Rally goes on. Jackie finishes that one. Talk about perseverance. All four players kept up with that play, and it ended up with Jackie Estoquia. Sakto yung tama ng bola dun sa linya. But that service, it just went out. That is an ace coming from Kyla. Tight match right here. That one is good for Jenny. Well, both teams can use that net to their advantage. Check out this replay right here to our YouTube and Facebook viewers. Sa pool. That is it for DM. Oh, we're seeing some powerful hits right here from DM Demontano. Well, we know Jackie can nail those powerful hits. DM looking to show the same. There's an overset. Down the line. Jenny Senares. We are in for a good fight here. Ball is still alive. Ganda ng habol. And that point will go to Santa Lucia. Great effort by all four players in the sand. You gotta see that exchange over and over again. Jackie Estoquia, talk about power. Santa Lucia is up 6-5. Again, that drop from Demontano. Pretty tight attempt, but managing to get that ball down the line. Santa Lucia up by 2. That one is good for Jenny. Santa Lucia got surprised on that return. That drop again. You know, it always happens, but every time it happens, it still gets everybody by surprise. 8-6, Santa Lucia, Team A with a 2-point lead. Oh, Jackie got rejected by the Nets. F2 will take that point. Rally goes on. Jackie Estoquia ending that one. Some great effort being shown here by these 4 ladies. And the tandem of Jenny and Kyla ready to dive everywhere in that sand court. Just to save that ball. And Jenny getting that drop as well. Taking a page from DM's playbook. That one was too long. Tight set we have here. That one is good. That was a scramble on the offensive end. Presence of mind by F2 Logistics to end that play right there. And can't reach it. It's like we're seeing championship beach volleyball right here. Tied at 10. That one was too soft. Sayang, sabi ni Jenny. But we've reached point number 21 in this set. Means it's time for technical timeout in set number 1. Santa Lucia Team A up by 1.
F2 Logistics. We'll climb mountains and cross oceans to make sure we move your cargo as fast and safe as possible, because your cargo is our business. F2 Logistics. Let's move now.
Go solar, go clean, go for the future.
All our participants here in the stand, so happy right now. All 4 players in the stand, very happy right now. You know they're getting that much needed support mula sa kanilang mga bahay. All action resumes. That is a point for F2 Logistics. I'll talk about support. You know that the indoor volleyball players of F2 Logistics, you can be sure those players are cheering these ladies on inside the sand. And the same could be said for the indoor players of Santa Lucia as they get that point there. Tight attack. DM going the wrong way. 12 all. Gotta brace ourselves for a close one here, folks. That one is good. Kyla Gallego scoring. Just a little punch. Jackie's tip worked that time. Was about to say, the defense of F2 Logistics now paying attention to those drops of Demontano, but that time Jackie Estoquia showing her own version of a drop shot. That one is in. The line won't lie. Perfect slow motion in our replay for our dear Facebook and YouTube viewers. That is in once again. When that ball was sent to the back, it's bringing Santa Lucia some pain right here. F2 Logistics up by 2 and Santa Lucia sues for time. Well, I'd like to take this advantage, of this opportunity to thank our major sponsors, Coco Life Asset Management, Coco Jet Insurance, and Ube Express. Thank you very much for supporting the 2021 Gatorade Philippines Superliga Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup. This is something F2 Logistics would like to keep up until the end part of set number 1. They are proud owners of a 2-point lead in this quarterfinals matchup. That is in once again. Those line balls has been so friendly for F2 Logistics. That is an ace. F2 Logistics confidence soaring high right now. That one was way off. Three-point lead for the cargo movers. Kyla scores. Just F2 Logistics catching Santa Lucia by surprise every time. And that is another ace. Jenny and Kyla's kababayans cheering them on here. Of course, Santa Lucia, they have their own batch of cheerleaders here. Very difficult net play right there, Santa Lucia stopping the run. But 15 serving 19. Tense moments right here. It goes on. That one will go F2 Logistics' way. Man, we are at the edge of our seats here. Time to change sides. F2 Logistics at set points. 5 set points at their disposal. That one will go Santa Lucia's way. $16 serving set points. That one will go F2 Logistics' way. And see the joy they have right now. They got one set over Santa Lucia Team A. They were able to close this set right here. And better news, more good news on that matter. They're just one step away from going to the semifinals. They take set number 1 against Santa Lucia Team A, 21-16.
7:35 remaining. Pineda with the drive. That slams it down.
You fuel us, we fuel you. Gatorade studies the best athletes to create the most advanced sports fuel with fluids, electrolytes, and carbohydrates. So you can play your best. Nothing beats Gatorade.
F2 Logistics. We'll climb mountains and cross oceans to make sure we move your cargo as fast and safe as possible, because your cargo is our business. F2 Logistics. Let's move now.
Our YouTube and Facebook viewers seeing some highlights of that action-packed set number 1. F2 Logistics just having it their way and proving that they are a handful against Santa Lucia Team A. F2 Logistics want to take it all the way here as we start set number 2. That point will go Santa Lucia's way. That attack was short from Jenny. Very dangerous net play. Santa Lucia using it to their advantage. Things are getting serious right now on Santa Lucia's side. Inches away from that line. That one is out. 3 straight points for Santa Lucia to start. Now it's F2 Logistics' turn. Let's see if they can make a run in this one. Demontano says no way. Oh, that is in. Santa Lucia thought it was outside. Now that is inside, that is for sure. Santa Lucia off to a blazing start here in set number 2. One word in the mind of the Santa Lucia Team A tandem, bawi. F2 Logistics well aware of what this Santa Lucia tandem can do. And Jenny scores. Kyla will serve. That's an overset. Well, F2 Logistics early on, they were the ones scoring on those oversets. But that time, they're a victim of that overset. DM just a bit short on that drop. She has been doing that drop all tournament long. Now some power hits from DM Demontano. Great approach, just like in indoor volleyball. That one is long. Good idea though from Kyla Gallego. This is a 4-point lead for Santa Lucia Team A. That one, a point coming from Jenny Senares. DN getting that one to go. And Santa Lucia Team A surging here in set number 2. They are up by 4. F2 Logistics need to find their groove right now. The groove that gave them that set 1 victory. But that attack was too long. Jackie scores. It's like Santa Lucia have that command of the sand right there. Jackie Estoquia just knew where to land that ball. Jenny Senares doing the same thing. Five-point lead for Santa Lucia. That one is in. Collective thought of Jackie and DM that time that the service was too long. That time it is outside. They had that hunch right. Good idea coming from Jenny Senares. No one was there on that back row. Over set, resulting to a point for Santa Lucia. And we have reached our technical timeout for set number 2. Santa Lucia with a 5-point lead. They are looking to bounce back from that set 1 loss.
F2 Logistics. We'll climb mountains and cross oceans to make sure we move your cargo as fast and safe as possible, because your cargo is our business. F2 Logistics. Let's move now.
Go solar, go clean, go for the future.
It's the first time Santa Lucia Team A lost a first set. It is something they did not appreciate. Just by the way, look at the score right now. They're up by 5. But F2 Logistics looking to take back that momentum that they had back in set number 1. Drop, did it work? That one just went out. Jenny Senares set an extra player right there. Para sinigawan niya yung bola. Umout ka, umout ka. While Jackie Estoquia made sure, yes indeed, She made sure that that ball was in. Table official says it's player number 2, that is Demontano. Overset. Well, that is an effective strategy. You go for the kill even though it seems to be like an overset. That would definitely throw off the defender. That one is out. And F2 Logistics call for time. They are down by 6. But Santa Lucia Team A just needing only 5 points to take us to set number 3.
75 remain. Potato with the drive. That slams it down.
You fuel us, we fuel you. Gatorade studies the best athletes to create the most advanced sports fuel with fluids, electrolytes, and carbohydrates. So you can play your best. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Six-point lead for Santa Lucia Team A. Jackie Estoquia scores. And that is a point again for Santa Lucia. Taking charge here in set number 2. Another ace for DN. Santa Lucia Team A just 2 points away from completing that Bawi mindset that they have. Coming into set number 2. 10 set points at the disposal of Santa Lucia Team A. And that is 4 touches at the side of F2 Logistics. And that will do it for set number 2. Santa Lucia with a big win here in set number 2, 21-10. You know what this means? We are going to set number 3 for the second time here in our 2021 Gatorade Philippines Superliga Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup. Don't forget, this is the quarterfinals. Things are getting real. Stay with us, folks. Got some intense beach volleyball action coming your way.
Fantastic and soothing today, tomorrow, or any day. It's more fantastic and soothing play. So get going and be on your way. Hang out, have a blast, chill out to the max. Any weekend or day, it's more fantastic and soothing Bay.
My Subic Bay.
Highlights from set number 2. Let's see if they can make a run in this one. Bumawi, yun ang purpose ng Santa Lucia coming into set number 2. Yun ang ginawa nga nila to take set number 2 to the tune of 21-10.
Jackie scores.
on a different perspective. Nagalit ang Santa Lucia TMA. And F2 Logistics, it seems they are ready to take this one. This match has went the distance. Here we go. We need our third semi-finalist right now. This is set number 3. Kyla will score. The first time F2 Logistics reached set number 3. And like I said earlier, this is only the third setter that we have in this beach volleyball tournament. And interestingly enough, Santa Lucia TMA is involved in both of those third setters, and F2 scores. First to get 15 points, every 5 points we'll have a changeover. Jackie scores. Jackie, who will serve for Santa Lucia. That is good. That was a tight third ball for F2 Logistics. That is in. DM showing some power. Santa Lucia, they don't want to start this third set down 4-1. DM Demontano to the rescue. Very dangerous play right there. Extra difficulty when that ball reached that net area. That one is good. F2 Logistics was ready to go back to that back row and be in possession, but Jackie Estoquia with a surprise. The drop shot surprise. High set. That's net play. That point will go to Santa Lucia. That's double contact. That ball didn't go over. That's 4 straight points for Santa Lucia Team A. And that run was cut short. Four serving 5. Gelimae Senares. Rally goes on. That is good. Just meeting the sideline. The fellow Negrenses of Kyla and Gelimae Senares in jubilation. Or mukhang excited na rin maglaro sila Jennifer at si Gelimae. Yes, they're the ones who is next out of this match. But going back to the game, that is an ace coming from Jenny Senares. 6 serving 5. That one floated out. Seven serving 5. Eto Logistics nearly halfway. Great effort coming from the Eto Logistics pair, but Santa Lucia was in control of that play. My goodness, it's still anybody's ball game right here. That is in. Pwedeng isigaw ng inyong mga teammates, salamat sa net. A lifesaver that time. DM doing the same. How close this match can be. Just a 1-point lead for Eto Logistics. Tense moments coming up right here. Ball is still alive. Great drop coming from Jenny Senares. Sending it in that front row. Again, Santa Lucia. Just want to prevent any kind of upset right now. Because with the way things are going, everyone here is smelling an upset indeed. That one goes out. Good read coming from DM Demontano. Tied at 9. And that's a net touch. 1-point lead for F2 Logistics. That is Kyla Gallego's third to serve. F2 Logistics was well aware of that play. Ball just have other plans right there. Time to change sides. We are tied at 10. For everyone watching on Facebook and YouTube, kung nag-merienda kayo, hawakan niyo muna yung merienda nyo. Hintayin nyo nang matapos ito. We're nearing to our conclusion. And to everyone watching here inside the Subic Bay Beach Volleyball Courts, kapit lang. That one is good for Santa Lucia Team A. We are in for a treat. Jackie scores. 2-point lead for Santa Lucia, and F2 Logistics will call for time. 2-point lead for Santa Lucia. The Lady Realtors just 3 points away from advancing to the semifinals.
F2 Logistics. We'll climb mountains and cross oceans to make sure we move your cargo as fast and safe as possible, because your cargo is our business. F2 Logistics. Let's move now.
Hiling lang namin mabigyan nyo kami ngayon. But we advise you Wag muna kayong kumain. Wag muna kayong aalis sa mga kinaupuan nyo. Wag nyong bibitawan ng cellphone nyo. Because this is a close one right here. Everyone watching here live, all the other players, the coaching staff, even our friends from the regional IATF, nagpipigil rin ng hininga. Oh! Too much run on that overset. Ended up on a net touch by Jenny Senares. 3-point lead for Santa Lucia and 2 points away to the promised land. Oh, that was way off. And you can see Santa Lucia showing some emotions on that previous exchange. 4 match points at their disposal. Oh, that is short. And Santa Lucia winning this one. What a hell of a match we just saw right there. Come on everyone, let's give it a round of applause. Ang gandang laban ito. F2 Logistics just gave Santa Lucia Team A hell of a fight right there. F2 Logistics took Santa Lucia to the distance. Even had a good shot at winning this quarterfinals matchup. But in the end, Santa Lucia prevailed in 3 sets. 16-21, 21-10, 15-10. And in a short moment, we are going to hear from the winning pair. We got DM and Jackie on our post-match press conference. And it will be very interesting on what they have to say. Katatapos lamang ng matinding labanan ng Santa Lucia Team A at ng F2 Logistics. Going to 3 sets, kasama natin ngayon sa post-match press conference ang mga nanalo, Demontano and Jackie Estoquia. First off, congratulations.
Thank you.
What a match ang nasaksihan nating lahat. Pero tinanong ko kanina sa mga quarterfinalists na kakaiba na yung laban na to. At true enough, on their interview, sinabi nila na matindi yung mga competition ngayon. Matindi yung mga laban ngayon. And on that matchup, I think it just proved na talagang tuminti ang laban. Jackie, talk about your opponents first, yung F2 Logistics. Nasabi mo kanina, Iloilo versus Negros showdown ito. Itong nangyari. Itong All-Visayan quarterfinals na to. Pero talk about your opponents right there. Nagulat ba kayo na ganun yung kaya nila? Or paano ba? Ano ba yung naramdaman nyo?
Alaman naman po namin na ang Negros ay very competitive team. So ginawa po namin yung buong gusto namin. Patience lang sa laro at composure po. Yun ang ginawa namin para manalo sa kanila.
DM, what do you have to say?
Even though na mga bata pa yung kalaban namin, hindi kami nagbigay ng kumpiyansa. Kung ano yung pinag-training namin para makakuha namin yung win ngayon.
Ngayon, you've already competed in 2 3-setters dito. Kay sa lahat ng 3-setters na nangyari dito sa Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup, kayo yung may-ari. Kasama kayo doon sa 2-3 setter na yon. Do you think you have enough to get you to that gold medal? O ano pa yung kulang sa laro ninyo? Let's start with you, DM.
Siguro sa habang months na pinahinga namin, medyo madami po nahirapan kami kasi madaming adjustments pa na ginawa namin. Kakabalik lang namin sa sand court. Back to basic, yun lang yung iniisip namin. Tapos minimize yung error, tapos walang magi-give up. Habang hindi pa lumalapag yung bola sa sand, kung kayang habulin, hahabulin.
Jackie?
Sa akin naman po, gagawin lang po namin yung lahat. Trust lang po sa partner at hindi po talaga magi-give up. Yun lang po yung gusto namin na ipakita sa aming kalaban na never give up.
Tsaka i-enjoy lang yung laro.
Well said. So kasama natin ngayon from Spin.ph, siyempre, Nansag Kawili.
First of all, congratulations sa inyong dalawa.
Thank you.
Anong masasabi nyo sa nilaro ng dalawang batang nakalaban nyo? Ang ganda ng pinakita nila, pinahirapan nila kayo lalo na nung 5th set din.
Oo nga eh. Siguro sa first set, medyo nag-adjust pa kami kasi yung game plan na talagang pinlano namin, hindi ganun yung kinalalabasan. Tapos siguro sa second set at saka sa third set, nag-adjust kami kaya yung nakuha namin yung win.
It was an intense game, pero composed pa rin kami at quick decision ng aming play po. Yun ang ginawa namin para matalo po sila.
Nung dalawang huling PSL Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup, nag-back-to-back silver medal din kayong dalawa. Bukas, chance nyo ulit makabalik sa finals. Gaano kayo ka-eager and anong mindset nyo papasok sa semifinals?
Siguro ito na yung magandang start papunta sa semifinals kasi parang bumabalik na yung rhythm. Tapos i-continue lang namin na maging synchronized sa loob ng court.
Yun po, hopefully mabigay po namin ang best namin bukas at i-enjoy lang po namin yung laro namin bukas. At sabi nga ng mga coaches, enjoy lang,
bonus na lang yung
bonus
manalo.
lang manalo po kami bukas.
Sige, ganda ng mga sagot doon. Pero alam namin gusto nyo nang huminga, pero bago namin kayo pakawalan, batiin nyo muna yung mga supporters nyo and also invite them to your matches sa semifinals bukas sa umaga. Let's start with you, Jackie.
Binabati ko po yung mga taga-Antique, Iloilo, mga family ko po. Suporta po kayo sa Team Santa Lucia. Bukas pong laro namin sa semifinals against NEGRENSE, ABANSE.
Maraming salamat sa Santa Lucia bosses, sa management, kay Sir Von. Tapos alam ko yung mga coaches namin and teammates na nanonood sa bahay, sa family ko sa Iloilo. At saka yung mga nanonood, continue supporting Santa Lucia.
Thank you po.
Alright, thank you very much and congratulations sa inyong dalawa, Jackie Estoquia and Demontano. Hard-fought victory dito sa kanilang quarterfinal matchup against F2 Logistics. They win this one in 3 sets, 16-21, 21-10, 15-10. Hindi pa tayo tapos. Kulang pa ng isang team ang ating semifinals cast in a few minutes. It's Kennedy Solar ENERGY-PETROGAZZ going up against ABANSE and NEGRENSE Team B. Last quarterfinals matchup dito sa ating 2021 Gatorade Philippines Superliga Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup.
That one.
More fantastic and Subic today, tomorrow, or any day. It's more fantastic and Subic. So get going and be on your way. Hang out, have a blast, chill out to the max. Any weekend or day. It's more fantastic and Subic Bay.
My Subic Bay.
Welcome to Subic Bay Freeport. I am very excited to welcome all of you to the 2021 Gatorade Philippine Superliga Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup. We faced a lot of challenges before we got here, but we finally made it. Proof that we are able to weather the many difficulties, including a pandemic, if we put our heads together, our hearts together. I'm a believer that together we are better, together we are stronger. This is a historic moment because this is Subic's first time to host a bubble concept. Once successful, this will put us in the map of the now pandemic world as the bubble destination for sports and other events in the Philippines. In the next few days, please always remember that you are here today because we have kept Subic safe in these pandemic times. We have kept our COVID numbers low by strictly implementing health and safety protocols with the cooperation of our residents, workers, and visitors. We intend to keep it this way. I ask your full cooperation in following the COVID health and safety protocols while you're here in the Subic Bay Freeport. Apat dapat. Air circulation, physical distance, always wear a mask and face shield, and 30 minutes interaction limit. Let us all make the game safe. Let us all make you safe. Let us all make Subic safe. Kaya natin to because after all, we are stronger together. Maraming pong salamat sa malasakit sa Subic.
7:35 remain. Tatum with the drive. And slams it down.
You fuel us, we fuel you. Gatorade studies the best athletes to create the most advanced sports fuel with fluids, electrolytes, and carbohydrates. So you can play your best. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Well, we know you want more and you got it. Tuloy-tuloy lang ang quarterfinals ng ating 2021 Gatorade Philippine Superliga Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup. At wag na natin patagalin ito. Tuloy-tuloy na ang aksyon. It is time to meet our officials for match number 16 of fourth quarterfinals matchup dito sa ating Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup. Our first referee, nandun na siya sa podium, our international referee, Mr. Joven Racedes. Our second referee down here in the sand, our national referee, Eli De Jesus. And now let us meet our last batch of quarterfinalists. First up, from Kennedy's Solar ENERGY-PETROGAZZ, please welcome Ariane Alarcon and Christina Canares. Their opponents from ABANSE NEGRENSE Team B, please welcome the tandem of Gelimae Villanueva and Jennifer Cosas. Well, if you just missed that previous quarterfinals matchup, you've missed a lot. Intense action, intense moments coming from that Santa Lucia teammate F2 Logistics matchup. And we are expecting more of that kind of action mula dito sa matchup ng ABANSE NEGRENSE Team B at ng Kennedy Solar Petrogazz, just like that. Long exchange right there. And ABANSE NEGRENSE Team B ending that one. Pahirapan ang first points. Great cross-court hit coming from Jennifer Cosas. 2-0 kaagad ang ABANSE NEGRENSE. Great effort coming from Kennedy Solar Petrogas pair. ABANSE NEGRENSE off to a roaring start again here. Cosas catching the defense off guard. Both players, Ariane and Tina, facing away from the net. That is an ace coming from Gelimae Villanueva. Another ace. That one would still go to ABANSE NEGRENSE. What a start here, 7-0. Seems ABANSE NEGRENSE Team B on their championship form right now. That was too long. First point of Kennedy Solar Petrogas. That is Ariane Alarcon serving. That one was too long. Back-to-back errors for ABANSE NEGRENSE. You know that they don't want to be too complacent right here. This is the quarterfinals already, win or go home situation. And Cosas took those errors back with that point. Easy drop to their left side. Nobody home for Kennedy Solar Petrogas. And that one was long. Gelimae Villanueva scores. A lot of room for ABANSE NEGRENSE to get familiar with their variety of attacks. They've been doing it all tournament long. But you know, being the power team that they are trying to perfect it. That one is out. Good read coming from Ariane and Tina. And it's time to change sides. 10-4 is the count. ABANSE NEGRENSE Team B with the lead. That is in. Seven-point lead for ABANSE NEGRENSE Team B. Oh, that's some great attack right there coming from Christina Canares. Rare time that the defense of ABANSE NEGRENSE was caught off guard. Malayo si Jen that time. Sharp serve, that is an ace for Ariane Alarcon. That one was wide right. You can see it from afar. And this is a 6-point lead for ABANSE NEGRENSE. That one is good for Gelimae. (13 serving 6). That is an ace for her. That one is out. And that will lead us to our technical timeout in set number 1, 15-6. ABANSE NEGRENSE Team B with the lead.
F2 Logistics. We'll climb mountains and cross oceans to make sure we move your cargo as fast and safe as possible, because your cargo is our business. F2 Logistics. Let's move now.
Go solar, go clean, go for the future.
Well, again, this is the last match of the quarterfinals. Please be reminded that we are just a few steps away from that finals matchup. Ang semifinals mangyayari bukas ng umaga. It will start at 10 a.m. But there are classification matches that will happen at 8 in the morning. Kaya tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang beach volleyball dito sa Philippine Superliga. Meanwhile, Cosas scoring 17 serving 6. That is an ace again for Jennifer. That is in. Tina Canares was pretty shocked when she saw that ball bounce right above that line. And ABANSE NEGRENSE really making things difficult for Kennedy Solar Petrogazz. Set point already for ABANSE NEGRENSE. Really tight set right there. That ball found its way to the other side, and that will do it in set number 1. ABANSE NEGRENSE Team B just running away with this victory here. 21-6 to end set number 1. Kennedy Solar ENERGY-PETROGAZZ. Their campaign is on the line here in set number 2. Ano kaya ang mangyayari? We'll find out in a short while.
7:35 remains. Pineda with the drive. And slams it down.
You fuel us, we fuel you. Gatorade studies the best athletes to create the most advanced sports fuel with fluids, electrolytes, and carbohydrates, so you can play your best. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Wrong exchange right there. Highlights from set number 1.
This is the quarterfinals already.
It was all ABANSE NEGRENSE.
And Jen point lead for ABANSE NEGRENSE Team B.
With some highlights coming from Kennedy Solar Petrogas. But ABANSE NEGRENSE just steamrolling their opponents here. And almost an overset. Either way, point will go to ABANSE NEGRENSE to start set number 2. Again, last match of the quarterfinals. The winner will complete the semifinals cast. And as that one goes in for ABANSE NEGRENSE, it's Santa Lucia Team A just waiting on the wings. And this match right here will find out who are they going to face in the semifinals. We have one semifinals matchup complete. That is ABANSE NEGRENSE Team A going up against Santa Lucia Team B. Again, those semifinals matches will start at 10 in the morning tomorrow. Meanwhile, back to this quarterfinals matchup, ABANSE NEGRENSE off to a 4-0 start. Oh, that one is in. Gelimae had it wrong. Some point on the offensive end. Let's see if Kennedy Solar can capitalize on this one. Ariane with a loaded serve that time. Soft touch for Jen. ABANSE NEGRENSE, it seems that they are perfecting their soft touches here. And as a bonus, they're getting these aces. We haven't seen those powerful attacks that Jennifer and Gelimae used to show in their previous matches. Great effort from Tina that time. Talk about some power hits. Jennifer Cosas. Seven-1 is the count. ABANSE NEGRENSE B up big. That one too long for Gelimae. Two serving 7. That is Tina Canares serving. Overset worked. Kennedy Solar ENERGY-PETROGAZZ was well prepared for a powerful hit. That one was short. It was a fantastic set though, coming from Tina Canares. That one is good. Kennedy Solar Petrogazz was prepared for a drop. They forgot the back row. And it was so open for Jennifer that time. Great save, however, overshoots that third ball. 11 serving 2. Jen Cosas. Great hit that time. Perfect approach that time. Well, thanks to a perfect set coming from Gelimae Villanueva. And that is an ace coming from Gelimae. Fantastic showing from the girls from Negros. That's good. ABANSE NEGRENSE really working on those deceptive plays. Check this out on the replay. Jennifer was seen. She was poised to hit it with power. But a simple drop would work. And this is a 15-2 lead right now by ABANSE NEGRENSE. Kennedy Solar Energy Petrogas calls for time. And we'd like to take this opportunity to thank once again the Interagency Task Force for Emerging and Infectious Disease for allowing the Philippine Superliga to conduct this beach volleyball bubble. And with that, having said that, the PSL would like to thank the Regional Task Force, the Philippine National Red Cross Olongapo City Chapter, and the Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority led by Chairwoman Wilma Aisma for assisting the Philippine Superliga. Maraming salamat po ulit. $15 serving 2. Gelimae scores. But only you could see that second ball attack coming from Tina Canares on that previous attempt by Kennedy Solar Petrogazz. Jen Cosas there's it. Gelimae scores. 3 times already. Kennedy Solar Petrogazz going for a second ball attack. Well, why not? Those are great first balls. That one just inches too long. Nasobrahan lang sa lakas. And we have reached the technical timeout in set number 2. This 19-2 is the count right here.
F2 Logistics. We'll climb mountains and cross oceans to make sure we move your cargo as fast and safe as possible, because your cargo is our business. F2 Logistics. Let's move now.
Go solar, go clean, go for the future.
February 28th, and we're going to start again at 8 in the morning with the classification matches. Semi-finals will happen at 10 in the morning and in the afternoon. Classification matches continues, and the much awaited podium matches. Bronze medal match and the championship match that's going to happen tomorrow in the afternoon. And it seems ABANSE NEGRENSE Team B is about to complete the semi-finals cast. All we are waiting for is the final point right here. Match point for ABANSE NEGRENSE. And Ariane Alarcon, she has something to say right there. And that will do it. Jennifer Cosas closed this quarterfinals, and ABANSE NEGRENSE making their way to the semifinals in such fashion. You can call it dominant, you can call it phenomenal, you can call it fantastic. ABANSE NEGRENSE finishing it with style and with such dominance, winning in straight sets this quarterfinals matchup 21-6, 21-3. In a short while, we are going to hear from our last pair of semi-finalists on our post-match press conference. ABANSE NEGRENSE Team B winning in straight sets here in their quarterfinal matchup against ENERGY-PETROGAZZ. And we have here our semi-finalists, Gelimae, Villanueva, and Jennifer Cosas. Welcome to the post-match press conference and congratulations sa inyong panalo.
Thank you po.
Gelimae and Jen, you've mentioned earlier your confidence, the way you prepared for this tournament. All of you in ABANSE NEGRENSE were confident that you will reach this far and go beyond pagdating sa championship. Now you're in the semifinals. Do you feel any kind of pressure dito sa tournament niya? Let's start with Gelimae.
Slight lang po. Dahil hindi naman, malalakas naman po yung mga kalaban.
Jen?
Yung pressure po nandun talaga yun eh. Kasi hindi mo alam yung flow ng game po, kung ano po yung mangyayari sa game na yan. Ayun po.
Now, talk about your game. I was mentioning kanina habang nangyayari yung play, yung variety of attacks nyo. You were working on your drops on the first part of the match. Then nung sinabi ko na nawala yung power nyo, bigla kayo nag-respond, pinakita nyo yung power nyo. Meron pa bang kulang sa laro ninyo, Jen?
Siguro po, meron. Nag-a-adjust pa po kasi kami kasi katulad ko po, meron po kasing ano sa tuhod. Tapos, kung ano lang po kayang gawin kanina, yun lang po yung ginagawa namin.
Jen?
Tinatry po namin yung best namin kanina.
Okay, Lance of Spin.ph.
Ayun, bukas makakalaban yung Santa Lucia, nakalaban yung sila nung elimination kahapon. Ano yung mindset papasok? Lalo na knockout game bukas, mas importante.
Apply lang po namin yung mga tinuro ng coaches, ganun pa din po. Focus lang po sa game, mag-enjoy, at saka teamwork po para sa amin ni Gelimae.
Dagdagan lang po namin yung mga kulang namin sa sa court.
Nakikita niyo ba ngayon na picking at the right time kayo na sakto bukas, puro crucial na yung laro?
Always naman po nilook forward namin yung mga opponents po namin kasi hindi naman po namin alam yung takbo ng game po.
Hindi po sila namin ina-underestimate po.
Sige, alam nyo na, ang mga taga-Negros nanonood na sa inyo, nag-aabang na yung chicken inasal para sa inyo sa pag-uwi nyo. Pero inaabangan nila yung best nyo at sana mauwi yung kampyonato. Batiin nyo na yung mga taga-suporta nyo. Let's start with you, Jel.
Ako. Hello po sa sa province namin diyan at saka Governor Bong Lacson, Mayor Mark Goles, Mayor Nelly Zares, Mayor Jomar Alonso, BM Ryan Gamboa, Resorts Negrense, Volleyball Association, Negros Island, Coach Roger Banzuela, Coach Andre Ia, and Juno R. Tapos, hi lang po sa mga taga-Talisay, family ko, taga-Otilia.
Hi din po pala most especially kina Sir Janos Dumaran, Miss Elma Tihida, and Sir Rios. Hi din po pala sa family ko, Cosas family and the Lupo family, and all Negresanans po ng mga nanonood. Ayun po.
Okay, maraming salamat and congratulations, Jel and Jen. Magkikita-kita tayo bukas sa semifinals and good luck sa mga laban ninyo. Alright? Once again, that has been our winners right there, Jennifer Cosas and Gelimae Villanueva of ABANSE NEGRENSE Team B. They will be seeing action tomorrow morning at 11 para sa kanilang semifinals matchup. But make no mistake about it, tuloy-tuloy lang ang mga aksyon dito sa 2021 Gatorade Philippines Superliga Beach Volleyball Challenge Cup. Mag-uumpisa ang mga laro bukas, alas 8 ng umaga pa rin, para tuloy-tuloy lamang ang beach volleyball dito. Kaya susulitin natin ang pagbabalik ng beach volleyball dito sa Pilipinas.